as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
It's lovely to welcome back James Kyle. I always wanted to say Kale because of the way you spell it, but it's not. It's James Kyle.
Kyle.
Art dealer, part of cultureclique.com, and our roving reporter for everything cultural and artistic. And today we are going to be talking about the scheduling and the reopening of the Museo del Grabado, which is the Etchings Museum. When I hear etchings, always reminds me when I was a kid, you want to
come up and see my etchings sometime.
So, when I first met Germán Borrachero, the director of the Museo del Grabado, he used to come on to Marbella Radio every week.
Really is quite something, and their actual permanent collection is probably of its type the best in Spain as well, and here it is in little old Marbella, and almost unknown about, and we feel that it ought to have a bit more publicity and more people should visit it.
I quite agree. I've been there a couple of times with the cameras, and the calibre of the paintings there and the artists that are exhibited is unique. The value and also the agreements that the museum has nationally with other museums, with the collections and the power of bringing things to Marbella.
And lending, of course, yeah, and that's what can make museum life so interesting. If you've got a good director and who has good connection.
In the meanwhile, the Museo del Grabado, the Etchings Museum is there. It also offers a lot of workshops in the museum, and you can actually go and do classes to learn how to etch. How about that?
I haven't tried that one, I must
Well, you might be
confess.
something up your street. And also, I believe that Saturdays, they will be opening the museum for free. So we'll be able to go in the Saturday afternoons to look around for free. And there will be live music performances also programmed for 2018. So they're very much looking to get us involved and make it like a very interactive
Well, apparently
area.
during the next year they have 5 other contemporary artists having an exhibition, so they're getting quite proactive, which is great. I mean, it's something that Marbella desperately needs, because Malaga is overtaking it very fast.
Yes, well actually I think, as you said, Marbella does have a lot to offer, but if we don't know that it's there, then you won't go. So if you do like a little bit of culture and you haven't been to the Museo del Grabado, the Etchings Museum, it's a fabulous contemporary museum in an idyllic area, and it's in the old town, so there's everything in favour of
All you
going
want.
to check
Have
it
lunch
out.
and then go and...
And a little wander.
Yes,
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Carl.
a pleasure, as ever. Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Wearing a seatbelt is fundamental. Even braking suddenly at 7 kilometers an hour, your body will be thrust forward with the equivalent weight of 3 to 5 tons. That's like throwing yourself off headfirst of a 3-story building. We wouldn't want to do that. We wouldn't do that out of choice. Now, when you're pregnant, a lot of people choose not to wear the seatbelt because it's true that the lower belt can actually hurt your uterus or even damage the fetus. However, there is an adapter now available that is a cushion that goes on your car seat, and when you get in the car, what you do is you put your seatbelt on as you would normally. So you put your seatbelt on, and now you're sitting on your special seatbelt adapter, and then you take the part that's between the legs, which is the optimum position to put the belt, so it's below your uterus, it's below the baby, and if any pressure is exerted in case of sudden braking, it will not hurt you or the baby. But it is fundamental that you wear a seatbelt, because if you don't, you're risking your lives, your baby's life, and that of anyone else who is with you in the car or around you if you go through that windscreen. It's fundamental. Seatbelt first, but when you wear it correctly. And in pregnancy, it's very important to position that belt below the bump so you're all safe.
Hey, hey.
Free taxi 4 times a month and 25% discount on your car insurance if you're the Zero Hero.
Yeah, I'm here in Marbella, but it says here I'm in La Canada.
If you haven't mastered the lingo, don't worry. Línea Directa has a free GPS geolocator service that will come and find you. Hashtag Better Together is an understatement. Congratulations, Marbella. Congratulations to Marbella Now. And a big thank you to the Fundación Línea Directa, which is a road traffic safety foundations. Why? For sponsoring with us these disposable breathalyzers. What are we going to do with them? Well, places like this Velvet and other establishments such as companies already on board, the Boardwalk, El Banco, Al Levante, Playwrights, Beckett's, a long list of etc. Go to our website marbellanowtv.com for the full list. Will be giving you the ability at the end of your evening, if you are the designated driver, you're the zero hero, to breathe into one of these. And if you haven't been drinking, you will not pay for your soft drinks. So if you're being the responsible person, taking your friends home after an evening out drinking, you are going to be rewarded. That's what it's all about. This is one of the incentives from our United Nationalities of Marbella summits. It was actually one of my daughter's idea. Unfortunately, the loss of life of one of her friends really gave further impetus to this project. No child should lose their life because they got in a car with someone who shouldn't have been driving in the first place. Together as a community, we need to make sure that we are giving alternatives and we're helping everyone be aware that this is a problem. But if our businesses get on board with their social conscience and also participate in passing the word on, it will be better for everyone. So you will still get people coming to drink and spend lots of money, but you will also be asking your clients to do so responsibly. If you would like your business to be part of this incentive, which the Hard Rock Cafe, by the way, is also one of the ones on board, just contact us. And then at the United Nationalities of Marbella Summit on the 24th of April, come along and you can take with you your posters, stickers and supply of disposable breathalyzers. This is a very cool incentive and there are lots of them that we're working on, so do check out our United Nationalities of Marbella Summit for this year. The third one being held on the 24th of April. See you there. Age is a concern. Fortunately, Lynda and I are okay, touch wood, at the moment.
So far.
But obviously age is a concern. And as we've mentioned before, the British Consulate has even launched a new website, supportinspain.info, to give you information about the support systems that are available on the Costa del Sol for the over 50s. We are an increasing number of people getting older on the coast who do not have a family support system, and God forbid anything goes wrong or you're not well, what do? Well, Age Concern Marbella San Pedro has been formed precisely to address this specifically for our area.
That's
Lynda,
right.
very active volunteer. Well done you. Busybody involved with everything, helping people.
Well, yes, and I think we needed it because in the past, as I've said before, we were tied up with Estepona, and it was a huge area. So now, thank heavens, we've specifically got Marbella and San Pedro de Alcantara as a specific area, which I think is good. But as I said, we need volunteers, and we also are looking for anybody who needs the help that we're willing to offer. So we do have courses that have started. The first one was last week. And it's very exciting because there's a young lady who teaches for about 2 hours exactly what to do and how to cope with going to see somebody that's not very well, you know, or is possibly in need of our help.
I found that it's difficult for people who need help to recognise they need help. So often it's a neighbour or family member who perhaps needs to be calling Age Concern on behalf of somebody else.
Exactly.
It's weird that we don't seem to need, or we don't like to ask.
Well, also, if you've got the beginnings of Alzheimer's, you don't really know that you have because you forget that you think you might have. So one of your neighbours, or in fact a friend, can actually have a look. Or if somebody's getting a regular phone call from their family from another country, and the family member in that other country says, please, can you go and see my mother or my father or both? We can actually go and do an assessment and advise back to that family exactly what the situation is, and then we can assist on taking it from there.
Well, that really is a wonderful service. Let's say if you have someone who's living abroad and you can't get to them, to know that you are there for that, which I think is wonderful. And also, we were talking about, it's not just an old person who's ill. Some people just feel very isolated, feel alone. So the coffee mornings get together that you guys have started is lovely, because it's really just
And start
come
as
and
a
meet
volunteer.
people.
That's the big thing.
Yes, well, you
know,
see, you've got
any
90-year-olds
age.
wanting to be volunteers. I
Yes.
thought that was just wonderful. A 90-year-old saying he wants to be a volunteer for Age Concern to go visit other people. I mean,
Well,
how
we
precious.
hope to get him on the programme one day,
Exactly,
don't
I mean,
we?
it's just how
Yeah,
precious.
He's 95, actually.
How
and
precious
he was a Spitfire pilot during the Second World War. So he's got to be one of the few left in this world of ours that we live in.
Oh, we have to.
Yeah.
We have to meet this gentleman.
Yes.
I have to meet this gentleman. Also, something we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. We shared on the programme a video that we saw on Facebook that was a kindergarten set up in an old age pensions home, and we've taken to this. We've liked this idea very much.
It's brilliant, and to date they don't seem to have one at the coast anyway, not where we live. And so, if anybody's out there that would be interested in trying to develop that, we need to talk to them, don't we?
I do. I think it's a great idea. AAA have started to going to the old age pension home in Puerto Banús
Yes.
with dogs, and that is working out to be very, very positive. Obviously, the love of an animal and someone who's older, that relationship. But can you just imagine the older people having little kids around to play, the joy that they can get and the experience that the children can get from the older people? It just sounds perfect.
Well, what they're doing in the UK, they actually showed it on BBC One only the other day, is that at the old age home, they've set up a creche. Do you say that in English?
creche,
Yeah,
yes, I think so.
And what they do is they do a joint class first thing in the morning with plasticine and painting, and the little children are helping Granny to actually do the painting and so on and so forth. And they absolutely become animated, both of them, both sides. So I just think it's brilliant that children of any age get involved and integrated with older people, because we're still human beings. We're not meant to be put out there just to wait in God's waiting
Like if the
room.
Eskimos would put him on a piece of ice and ship you out because you're getting old. We won't do that. We're going to put you on a nice sunbed and have
On a
you
yacht,
on
on
a
a
yacht
yacht.
and have you surrounded by children and joy and laughter. I love this idea.
Yes.
I think it's an easy one to put into practice. We can start by talking to the old age pension home in Puerto Banús, as that's a contact we already have.
Yes.
And we will take it from there. And as Lynda says, if you feel that you can contribute to making this a reality or have any ideas, do drop us a line. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, exactly.
Good stuff. I like this.
Yes.
Well done, Lynda. Yeah. Hashtag better together.
Yes.
Hey, hey.
Espero que nos podrás acompañar los viernes en la 107.6 FM para el programa de radio de Eva Bien, donde también damos la bienvenida a un miembro de nuestra comunidad internacional para conocernos un poco mejor. Just saying that I'm going to be on the radio with Eva Bien every Friday, actually, at 11 o'clock with another member of our international community to get to know each other that little bit better. Well, that's it for this evening. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow with another Marbella Now. You can check out this program and our column and the radio shows on our website marbellanowtv.com. Hasta mañana.
Halfway twisted